Hey G Squad, welcome back to sort of Is It Worth It? So today's episode at this cool right here, and pretty what this is a bug trapper. You can see for the one that we got right here, the brand called Katchy. And for this product, it is a 2-in-1 insect trap. And for this one, it's slightly different compared to the one that I showed you before. And I'll show you guys what that looks like for the other one in a second, because that one I've been using for around like 1 week or so. And it's been working really well. So in the front right here, they do show you guys an image of what the product looks like. If you guys turn inside right here, they do probably got some specs and features about the product. So they probably guys some tips in terms of how to use it, in terms of turning off the light before I do use it, so that way it can work a lot better, because it does have the UV light on there that can track the flies on there or the bugs. They mention how you guys want to use it indoor to get the best result. They mention how you guys want to close the doors and windows so that way no more bugs can come in. And they mentioned when you guys do put the glue board on the bottom, it will help you guys trap the bugs on there, which I'll show you guys on other one that I already have that's been working really well. If you guys turn inside right here, they probably got some more specs and features about the product. So the cool thing about this product is the fact that it does give you guys a lot of different options that the other one does not. In terms of the automatic mode, the manual mode, the indicator light, adjustable fan speed option, and the different light option for the dim it if you guys want to dim it or make it brighter. So that is everything that's on the product. Let me actually open up to show you guys what the inside looks like first. So once you guys open up, first inside right here, we do have the cable for you guys to use. So this is what the cable looks like. Next, the inside, they do provide you guys a user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. And right underneath that, we do have the product and it's well protected. So let's do take it out. Right here, we do have the product. And right here, we do have the glue board for you guys to put onto the bottom to actually help you guys trap the insect inside, similar to what I showed you guys for the previous one. So before I show you the product, let me show you guys the glue board first. So open up. So on top right here, we do have the brand name. And when you guys do purchase it, it does give you guys 4 of them. And if you guys ever need to replace it, you guys can scan the back part. It does have a QR code for you to scan to refill it. Or you guys can purchase it yourself on the website as well. And I love how they do tell you guys which side is the up and down. So this is the front part where you guys want to peel off this piece of paper in order for you to start using it. So I'll tell you guys to peel right here. So once you guys do peel it, then you guys can put this on. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. And then right here we do have the product. So let's do take out the bag. Once you guys do take it out, that's what the product looks like. So top right here, we do have the light that will help you guys attract the insect inside. And once it gets to this part right here, it will get sucked inside and that will trap the bug inside. Right here in front, we do have the brand name or the logo. And here we do have the different button for the press. So there's the auto mode, a manual mode, the indicator light in the middle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have the button for you guys to increase or lower the brightness level on here. And we do have the option for you guys to increase or lower the fan speed option on here. So that way you can make it stronger or lower based on your own preference, which is really nice, especially if you guys want to make it more silent when you guys are sleeping at nighttime. In the bottom right here, the way how they design it, it actually helps you guys trap the insect inside and they can't fly out, which is really cool. And then here is what the bottom part looks like. So they do have like the non-slip material to prevent it from moving around when you guys do use it. And the back part right here is where you guys want to plug in cable to actually recharge and activate it. And the way how you guys open right here, you guys can pull this part out. And once you guys take it out, that is where you guys can put the actual glue board on. Once you guys do, you guys can put it back inside right here to lock it in. And I do like that design a lot, because the previous one where you guys have to open that button, it opens up. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. But in terms of the color that we do have right here, if you see it's a black one, they do have this available in the white color as well. So if you guys prefer the white one, you can get that instead. And the cool thing about this product is the fact that the way how they design it, it does give you guys the option to use it at nighttime or daytime. If you guys use it at nighttime, you guys can use the glue board and put it on. Whereas for when you guys use it in daytime, they do give you guys a scent pot for you guys to put inside. So that way you can use like that if you guys want to as well. So if you guys are curious about how to use the scent pot, it's pretty much on top right here. If you guys do pull it out, that is where you can put it inside. So once you guys do open up, this is where you guys can put in like your scent trap. So maybe you guys can follow the recipe that they mentioned in terms of the apple cider, you can put inside right here, and that will attract the insect onto the top part, and that way it can get sucked inside because it'll be right here on top, which is really cool. So you see how they do have the holes on top. That way they can smell the scent that's coming out right here to attract it onto the actual product. So that way actually works a lot better when you guys do use it, which is pretty cool. So what I want to do right now is to plug it in and show you guys how it does work before we show you the old one. Alright, so let's do plug it in. Once you guys do plug it in, if you guys do turn it on auto mode. So this is auto mode when you guys do turn it on. If you guys want to increase the brightness level on here, press on this button. It doesn't look like it turns on, so probably we have to turn on the manual mode. Alright, so you see how it does turn on. So it's kind of hard for me to show you guys in the bright setting, but the light does turn on, and you can see. So right there. So I do press the fan speed level button on here. you guys can adjust how high the fan speed can be on here. So this is the highest. So this is what it actually sounds like from up close. And here is far away. If you guys bring it down to level 1, this is 1. So when you guys use it on level 1, it's actually very quiet and it doesn't get affected when you guys do use it. If you guys do press on this button, you guys can adjust the brightness level on here. So this is level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And like I mentioned, when you guys do turn it on, it's really hard for you guys to see it in the bright setting like this. So it definitely works a lot better in a dark setting. So once you guys are done, you guys can press and hold it. Or just press it one time to turn it off. So that is what it looks like for this one. Where for the old one right here, this is what it looks like for this one. So it does have the brand name in front. We do have the 2 buttons on top for you to turn it on and turn it off. There's a high setting and a low setting. Inside right here is a UV light that will turn on when you guys do use it. This part right here is where you suck the bug inside and trap the bug inside. And then here we do have the button for you guys to release it. So once you guys do press it, it will open up the bottom part. Just like that. I'm not sure if you can see inside the video or not, but right there we do have a few bugs. So right there. And that was only after leaving it for like a week or so, and I can see the result on here, which is really cool. And this slot right here, we do have the slot with the plug-in cable to actually activate it. So what I'm doing right now is a plug-in cable to show you guys what it actually looks like if you guys were to use it here. And then we'll bring it over to a darker setting. Alright, so let's do turn on. This is what it actually looks like. So the light itself is definitely a lot more brighter when you guys use it on here compared to the other one. If you guys turn it low setting, this is what it actually looks like in low setting. So this is low and high. And once you guys are done, you guys can press the button again to turn it off. So if you guys can see and hear the difference on here when you guys do use it. The 2-in-1 catcher that I show you guys right here, this one is actually much more powerful in terms of fan speed level when you guys do use it for the suction option. Wherever this one right here is not as powerful, but you guys only have 2 buttons for the use. Like I mentioned, the cool thing about this new one right here, or the more powerful option here, is the fact that it's so much more easier for it to use. There's a lot more control option, and it's so much easier for you guys to replace the bottom part. So that way when you guys finish using it, when you guys take it out, the flies won't fly out all over the place, or it won't fall out, because it's so easy for it to take it out like that, compared to this one where it actually will open up the bottom part. So before I forget, let me actually show you guys how to put the glue port inside. So take it out. Let's open one of these. And you're gonna put this up right here, fit it into the hole, fit it into the space I mean. And once you guys got it in, slide it back inside. And it's all set. So very easy and very simple for you to assemble it. But what I'm doing right now is to bring this over to a darker room to show you guys what it actually looks like for both of them. And then we'll come back and talk more about it in a second. Alright, so right here we do have both of the product. So this one right here, the one that I just showed you guys. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier about the product is the fact that for the product, it does have a sensor option on here where when you guys turn on auto mode, it doesn't turn on during daytime, but it does have the send option that I show you guys on top right here for you to use. But when it does get dark, let me show you guys what it actually looks like. So if I do cover the sensor right here, and see how it does turn on, and once I let go, it turns off. So really cool how it actually has that auto sensor option on here, so that way it knows when to turn on when there's a bright setting or dark setting. Let me turn off the light to show you guys what happens. So once you guys turn off the light, you can see how it does turn on. And if I do turn back on the light, it will turn off. Let me show you guys what I mean. Alright, so let me see how it turns off. If I turn back off the light again, it turns on. So it might be hard for you guys to see in a dark setting, but you can see how the UV light does turn on. Same thing for this one, if you guys turn it on. This is the low setting. If you guys press on this button, this is high. So you can see how bright the light is on here when you guys do use it. And this is how loud the product is when we do use it for the Katchy option compared to this one. Like I mentioned, it's feel free to change the setting on here if you guys want to. So this would be on low. This is on level 2, level 3, level 4, and 5 for the light option. And the way how I know is by looking at the indicator light in the front right here. If I do press on this button, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is for the suction power on here when you guys do turn it on. If as in here, when we turn on the max speed level on here, it's much more louder for this one compared to the Katchy option. Let me turn on the light to show you guys what both of them looks like in a brighter setting. So if you guys use in bright setting, this actually looks like when you guys do turn it on. So definitely when you guys do use the UV light for the Katchy option for the previous one right here, the light is much brighter, you can see. But you guys can still see this one when we do turn it on. But in terms of the suction power or like the fan speed option when you guys do turn it on, you guys can definitely hear that this one's much more louder. And when you guys do control it, this one actually has a lot more functionality for you to control. So that way you can control it from level 1 to 5. Wherever this one right here is just high or low. But obviously when you guys use either one of these products, you do want to use it in a dark setting. If you guys use it in bright setting, it will not work as well. Unless if you guys use this one right here for the top part, you guys can use this part right here to actually attract the insect onto this part right here. And like I mentioned, the way how you guys actually use this bottom part right here is so much more convenient than this one. This one you guys have to pop it open, where for this one you just pull it out. Just like that. Very easy and very convenient. So that is pretty much what both of these looks like when you guys do set it up. And see, it definitely does work. And as you see for the old one, I show you guys how it does work after 1 week. How it should help me trap 3 of the bugs inside. Where for this one we don't know just yet. I'll probably have to give it some time. If there's no insect or bug in my room, I can't really show you the result. But this is pretty much what it actually looks like in a bright and dark setting. This one definitely has a lot more functionality as you can see compared to this one. And it's much more powerful when you guys use the fan speed option on here. Welcome back guys. So nice quick test of product, definitely actually does work and it works quite well. You can see how when you guys do it in darker setting, it looks so much better and it works a lot better when you guys do it in dark setting. Obviously, since it does have a UV light option on there, when you guys do it in dark setting, it'll give you guys a better result compared to daytime. For the other one that I show you guys with the previous version, where for a new one, when you guys do use in daytime, it's fine as long as you guys do use the pot that's on top. So that's the cool thing about the new one, how I should give you guys the option to use it in daytime and nighttime if you guys want to. But obviously for the new one, it works a lot better for both the daytime and nighttime option if you guys combine both of them together, where actually it attracts the scent on to actual product for your bug to get sucked inside. And it also has the UV light option to attract as well. So the 2-in-1, which is really cool. And if you guys notice the size comparison between both of them, the new one's actually much smaller than the old one as well. Let me show you guys real quick. So right here we do have 2 of them. If you guys put it side by side, you guys can see how much smaller it is. So definitely a lot more small and compact when you guys compare both of them, which is really cool. But that is everything that's on the product. Now to go unboxing and test the product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it or not. So for this part, I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. If you guys want to need one of these, especially if you guys are in the market looking for a high quality insect bug trapper to trap all the insects, whether it's like moths, fruit flies, or anything else, then I do have to say that it is pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, that way don't buy one and save your money on something else you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.